This is Blender. I'm going to walk through a super duper simple introduction to bones and Armature in Blender and creating really cool animations for people who don't have a ton of experience with Blender. This is a great way to get your hands dirty right away. We're going to kind of freehand a fish and make our fishy move. I think mine's going to be a goldfish, but I guess we'll find out. And general it is. We're going to make a somewhat low poly fish, you could call it, for simplicity's sake, so we can get to the animating. So I just clicked on Z here, and I meant to click on X. All right, and that guy gots to go. Delete. So once that's gone, I'm gonna go ahead and do Add Mesh Plane. Okay, and we can't really see it, but it is there. See? Okay, and so I need this to be a 90. And there we are. Let's head over to let's do scale. I want X to be 3. That's looking better. All right, let's head over to edit mode. Now, this is not a perfect fish. This is going to be a somewhat blocky fish, and that's totally fine. The point is using our awesome perfect fish, not perfect fish, to understand animation and the use of bones within Blender. So I am just kind of freehanding a fish. Edge, extrude, and I'm going to go one block for me on each one. Maybe something like this. And I grab that point. And do not follow this too closely. Your fish doesn't need to be exactly like mine. We're just making a fishy. I should give my fish a name. I think it's Herbert. We'll find out. Boom. And actually, I think this is going to be my fish. Yep. That's the end of fish. That's going to be the front of my fish, okay? And now let's go ahead and work on the tail. Select, edge, extrude edge. And I'm going to actually give him a shorter back because the tail's going to happen rapidly. Okay? And then select, edge, oops, edge, extrude edges. And now after this one is our tail. Something like that. If I want, I might want it a bit bigger. Something like that, maybe. Make your fin interesting. Select those two, edge, extrude edge. There, push that down, here-ish, grab this guy, and move up. And again, by no means perfect. All right, perfect. That's my fish. All right, my fish is totally flat. So let's unflatten my fish. Select all. Oop, gotta be in faces. Face, extrude. Okay. Let's see how big I've made this. 2.5. 2.5 sounds great. So I'm going to click off. Okay. And now just to give the fish a little bit more dimension, I am going to go ahead and loop cut ya. And now that I've done that, I'm going to click off. I'm just going to grab that section and pull. So I'm moving it 0.26. So 0.26 is great. And then I'm going to grab that section and pull. And negative 0.26 is great. Okay. We have starts of a fish. Great. And by the starts, I mean we're almost done with our fish. Object. So I went to object mode. I'm going to click on our fish. And what I'm going to do now is actually add a modifier. Modifier, modifier, subdivision surface modifier. Whoa. Okay. And we're just get our fish a bit smoother. I am liking that for my goldfish. Perfect. Apply. And now material. Okay. It's a goldfish, so when I do material, I'm going to do new. I'm going to do glossy. And orange. I could do 0.3. Alright, 0.4 it is. Fish. Okay. Now, I am going to head back in to edit mode. Oh, nope, just kidding. Object mode. And we're going to start adding bones. So, what I want to do is select none, add Armature. And we can't see it right now, but it is there. I'm going to click over here. And then viewport display in front. That will let us see our bone. There it is. Okay. So a few things with this. I want it larger than its current scale. I'm going to just grab my scaling tool and pull up, out, something like that. And now I'm going to move it. Where we're going to move it is, this is our tailbone. Okay. And you do want to check, right? So let's do all of this. It's going to be 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. Okay. And then I'm going to actually move my fish real quick because I want, oh no, it's lined up. Okay. No, it's not. Object. So I'm on my fish now. Object. Set origin to geometry. There we go. And now its origin's in the center. Perfect. And then let's just make sure. Apply. Location, rotation, scale. Alright, now that that's all set. Let's get this in the fish. And so if you want to make sure, which I always do, so now we have a bone in our fish. I'm going to pull up and push over, down a bit, over a bit, rotate a bit. Okay, and let's see. Perfect. And now what I need to do is go into edit mode. And I'm going to click here. Armature. And we're going to start building out our body. So maybe something like this. And yours does not have to be exactly what mine is. Armature, extrude, okay? It really doesn't. It's not going to be. But having it basically like this, with bones in the tail, let's make sure we're good so far, will allow you the freedom to do what we're going to next. So now, I'm going to click right here, Armature, extrude, okay? And I'm going to put them fairly big inside of the fish. I'm going to make sure that Z is good, Y is good, X can be 0. There we are. And then let's just make sure. And that will be fine. So let's go ahead now and animate. Let's just double check. No bones visible. Awesome. Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead and hit A, highlighting all of these guys. Oh, I'm going to go to object mode. Okay, select none. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on my fish, right? And then I'm going to hold shift and select that. So again, this, then armature, okay? Object, parent with automatic weights. And now our armature will control our fish's movement. Great. Click on the armature. And now pose mode. So the first thing we want to do in pose mode, make sure, select none. I'm going to select the bones, right? Select all. So in pose mode, the first thing we're doing is pose, animation, insert keyframe, and we want location and rotation. Click. Awesome. And now I'm just going to go, I'll say 30 seconds, 30 frames at a time. Usually I do 24. Regardless, pose, animation, insert keyframe, location, and rotation. Click. All right. And now what we're going to do is use the record button. So down here, auto keying, automatically keyframe, insert for objects and bones. So we're going to click that. And let's start moving this around some. I'm going to cause, perfect, a bend here. Our fish is going somewhere, okay? Maybe at the tail. And we can even have the tail kind of turn, okay? So I'm going to click off now, and let's go and play it. Ta-da! All right, so we got a little bit of movement. Now what? Well, I want to go to 60 now. I'm going to do pose, animation, insert keyframe, location, and rotation. Oop, and that's what you have to do. Select all, pose, animation, insert keyframe, location, and rotation. And let's have our fish start zooming off. Okay. Ooh, zoom out. And I'm going to start having it really get going here. And maybe our fins go back. Because, I don't know, that's how fishes work. Oh, it's jumping. Ooh, I like that. I didn't even mean to do that, right? And so if it's jumping, maybe its head's tilted a little bit up. Okay? Perfect. And let's go back to the beginning. And you see how easy it is to make really complicated, really cool animations. And again, you gotta select them all. Pose, animation, inset keyframe, location and rotation. I'm going to drag this whole guy up. Alright. Rotate at the base, which is perfect. Because we're starting to actually jump up. And maybe that means this is going down, and that's like that, and well, like this. I have no idea how fish anatomy works, right? So, but I think you're getting the idea of this. Let's test out how our jump looks. I'm loving this. And there really is almost endless possibilities of what you can do with something like this. I want to turn everything blue. Background. Blue. Blue. Oh, that was not a good choice. We'll leave it as, we'll put it at white, since my fish is so reflective. Okay? So, now let's play this one more time. I'm having fun now. Jump! Go fish! But, anyways, it's really simple to make really complex things with Armature and Bones. And you should. You should make something super awesome and tell me about it in a comment below. If you're still watching this, if you're kind of watching this, you should hit like, you should subscribe. It gives me warm fuzzies. It encourages me to do this. It helps save the unicorns, all of that stuff. And yeah.